Hi, welcome to Be Geek again. This is Elroy Morris here with Cameron Ivey, and today we are going to discuss another hidden figure for Be Geek's Girl Code program. How you doing, Cameron?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing excellent. I'm doing excellent. So before we get started, I want to let you know real quick what Girl Code is all about.
hmm
Girl Code is a innovative mentorship experience for motivated high school girls facing multiple barriers. With expert facilitators, Girl Code is designed to help female youth contribute in competitive markets, realize their unmatched potential, and emerge as empowered young women, future leaders, and problem solvers in their communities. So, as we proceed in this interview today, I'm super stoked about you being here. I know it's been a few emails exchanges in the past for us to get connected here, but you're finally here. So, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
And before we get started, I wanted to see if you would be interested in telling us a little bit about you or our
hmm
audience.
All right. So again, I am Cameron Ivey. Let's see. I attended Winston-Salem State University. Go Rams! Happy 128 Founders Day. I studied computer science with a minor in math um, from 2014 to 2019. So let's see what else about me. Um,
Where you
my
from?
free. Where am I from? Okay, so I'm from Matthews, North Carolina. It's right outside of Charlotte. If you don't know where that is, so I represent the four. Um, I've been studying IT since high school, so I'm in the same position that a lot of girls have been in. So I'm very excited. Thank you guys for having me and choosing me. So I'm so grateful for that.
Excellent. So, where do you currently work, if you don't mind me asking?
Yeah, so very exciting news. I just started this position. It's called 33 Floors, and I'm a business technical consultant. So my job, um, well, about the company, we are a property and asset management software consulting firm. So I work in the real estate industry. Our job is pretty much when big properties such as apartments, commercial tenants, when they have an issue in their system, they come to us for support tickets. Anything for financial transactions, if they're getting a bill from Netflix, or if they're working overseas trying to get people in apartments. We do everything from A to Z. So that's my job.
Excellent, excellent,
Mm-hmm.
wonderful. So, you mentioned beforehand, before coming to
Mm-hmm.
Winston-Salem, the illustrious
The
Winston-Salem,
illustrious.
right? The illustrious Winston-Salem State University. You were into technology in high school.
Mm-hmm.
Can
Yeah.
you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so I live in Union County, and Union County has a school, magnet school called Central Academy of Technology and Arts. It's in Monroe, North Carolina. And I started there from freshman year to my senior year. And students all over the county can apply to the school and study for a specific academy, as you would say. So I was in the technology program, and I studied in the software pathway. There's different academies like medical, teachers, dance, art. So I chose technology because my dad was in technology, thought it was a good route for me to go. So it exposed me to different coding languages, hardware systems, software systems. And then from there, I just continued on at Winston.
Okay,
So
wonderful. And
that's
you're
it.
underneath the program from Dr. Wesley, correct? I mean, not Dr.
So
Wesley, Dr. Jones. Dr. Jones.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
Dr. Jones, who do I Dr. Cotwell was my advisor as well. So
Yes.
those are my two go-to girls.
Excellent, excellent. So, since we're already on the trajectory of talking about information technology
hmm
and mostly STEM, as you say, because you did minor in mathematics,
I
correct?
did. Yes,
Wonderful,
I did.
wonderful. Where do you see the industry in the next 3 to 5 years?
Wow, the industry is growing every day. We're slowly getting diverse, and it's really wonderful to see a lot of girls taking that initiative to get in this industry. So I see technology in every aspect, whether it's music, whether it's in the real estate industry like I am, whether it's fast food. There's different ways that technology can be integrated. I see more Black girls joining. I see more Black men joining. I see them doing entrepreneurship in technology, a lot of startups. So that's where I see the industry going from 3 to 5 years.
Okay. So from your standpoint, how has the game changed or evolved since you've become a major player in the field, so to speak?
It's evolved a lot. I can say I've been exposed to a lot of opportunities, specifically for women. I didn't have a lot of opportunities growing up in high school. When it came to technology, I went to a Microsoft camp, DigiGirls, but that was it. But once I got into college, I start seeing more people who look like me, who is excited about technology. So that's a game changer for me in itself, was people, especially Black girls, being excited about technology, which I didn't see growing up when I was maybe 15 or 16.
Interesting. Okay. So with that being said, can you speak to any of the changes in diversity that you witnessed since you arrived in the IT field?
Let's see. I would say it's getting diverse. We're slowly getting there. I think more companies should come to us because there's a lot of Black talent out there. They just need to be exposed to what we have to offer. I know we're smart, we're educated, and we know what we're doing. Tech is very teachable. You can do it easily as long as you're consistent and you have that hunger to you. So that's definitely what I would say for that.
Okay. And since we talked about, well, you mentioned it, getting to the preparation of like preparing yourself for IT and getting into that field, let's move and pivot to like preparation. Let's talk about that for a second.
Okay.
Is there a significant advantage to formal education versus the now we call YouTube University, or the ads to learn industry from a Facebook view?
Right. So I've done both. With technology, you have to be very persistent in updating yourself with upcoming technologies. It's changing every day. New languages are coming out. I think with formal technology, formal education, you get that basic foundation, and it's a little bit at a consistent pace because you're always going to class. You're always have to turn in work. You got professors you have to talk to. So it's more so on a schedule, whereas YouTube University or anything from like Coursera or Udemy, all of these different platforms, and you can do free courses, you have to pace yourself. You have to be consistent. It's easy to get sidetracked. But it's also a lot of resources out there that you might have not learned in your formal education or didn't have the opportunity to learn because you only have so many credit hours, and you're paying for those classes. YouTube University, you have to go out there and find it yourself, figure out what you want to do. There's hundreds of courses out there. But with formal education, you have that on your resume. To show to recruiters, to show to companies, sort of like a set credentials, whereas YouTube University, your projects have to speak for itself. Your work has to speak for itself.
Right.
So there's pros and cons to both of them.
Okay, excellent. Thank you so much for explaining that.
Welcome. You're welcome.
Can you explain to the audience the importance of an internship or a co-op?
Yes. So, the importance of an internship is basically to get that experience. Whether it's paid or unpaid, I prefer paid, but it's really just to get that experience in the corporate world.
Right.
That's all it is. So once you graduate, you'll find out what you want to do. Maybe the internship wasn't what you expected to be. Maybe you want to do a different route. There's so many paths in technology. So it's just to get your feet wet and build your networking skills within the company or whoever you're working for. So that's all an internship is, to build on top of your skills, know what you want to do, and to build your network.
Excellent. And with that being said, in the past, I've noticed a lot of young aspiring adults going into the technical field. They run into the barrier of where it says, what type of experience do you have?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of them come out of college with just only the book knowledge and the book sense of technology, and not necessarily the hands-on portion.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, go ahead.
No, please go.
So for me, it was tough. I didn't have a lot of internship experience. That's for me personally. And once I got out of school, I had to prove on my resume what I could do. So I had to use projects from classes I did, utilize the job experience that I had from other industries. So I worked in retail, I worked in fast food. So how can I transfer that onto a resume that will speak to technical recruiters? So interpersonal skills, your tech skills, how does that all correlate to the point where they say, okay, you can do this job, you have the job. So that's why I really stress people to get the internship so they don't hit that roadblock. But it will be a little bit harder if you don't have an internship.
Okay, excellent. Mm-hmm. Okay, so where can an intern, where can an intern seek or get mentorship or guidance?
Anywhere from your supervisor, from your coworker. I know I got mentorship from a person who was on my team who was a little bit older than I was. They were a full-time position, but I kind of leaned on them for guidance because it's a new environment, it's a new world. So I say any person who is in that vicinity or is working close to you, just ask them for help. I'm pretty sure they'll reach out to you and help you along the way.
Excellent. So let's talk about, let's make another pivot real quick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, let's make another pivot. So, because you're on a roll, you're hot. All right.
Thanks.
So we're gonna talk about empowerment. Okay. Mm-hmm. And since I got you here on this interview, you're definitely a president of empowerment. I want to ask, what was the hurdle or situation that you had to overcome that left you with the confidence to believe that you could make it in such a competitive market, knowing that it's mostly dominated by men in the IT field?
Yeah, I would definitely say that is one of the most, at first for me it was intimidating, being in a class with mostly boys and you got me and another girl or 3 or 4 of us, and all the guys are speaking up quickly and the girls aren't engaging as much. That's how I first was. Even in high school, I didn't speak as much to the teacher or engage. I was kind of the quiet student. I knew the answers, but in my mind, I didn't trust my gut to even say what I had to say, to think it would be right. And once I saw that test, I was like, yeah, I actually know it. I actually do know it. So once you get that confidence in yourself, even now with my new job, I'm one of the only girls on my team, and I have to ask a guy for help when you really want to ask a girl because you kind of have that, female relationship. Yeah. And sometimes guys are a little bit more assertive. They're a little impatient. Yeah. They don't want to take that extra step to help you. Sometimes, not all the time, sometimes. So it's all about trusting your gut. My boss told me that last week. He said, that's know what? Trust your gut. You know what you're doing. You're smart. So that's the obstacle you have to release, is that intimidation. Don't let it get to you.
Excellent. Wonderful. So what would you tell yourself What would you tell your younger self now that you know that?
I would tell myself the same thing. Girl, you better speak out because you got so much to say. You know what you know, and you don't know what you don't know. And it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to ask for questions. You're going to get there, take some baby steps, and it's going to end up to being giant steps. So that's
Right.
what I would tell myself.
Okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the same thing that you would say to aspiring adults in the, that's moving in that same pathway as you?
Mm-hmm. Anything I would tell myself, I would tell to other people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right. So let's pivot real quick
Okay.
to an
Okay.
let's talk about career pathway, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we know that technology is the inevitable component of human interaction.
Yeah.
But what are some of the personality developments that a career in IT will require that most
Mm-hmm.
people may not be aware of?
Yeah. Aside from the technical part, if you got that down pat, it's all about your interpersonal skills after that. Being in school, I did a lot of co-curricular activities to help me with that. I did SGA, so I was vice president of internal affairs.
Okay.
What else? I did it. I
Yeah.
did homecoming committee. Well,
Okay.
I did a lot of like, stuff that'll help you talk to other people. Um, because technology sometimes it's very monotone. It's screen to
Mhm.
screen. Especially in my field with tech support and consulting, you have to know how to talk to people in layman terms because they might not understand all the technicalities, the definitions. You have to break it down to them, and nobody wants to talk to anybody who can't communicate.
Mhm.
That's with everything you do. That's in healthcare. That's in education, tech. So it's all about interpersonal skills. Not saying you have to be so buddy buddy, but know how to talk to people and have some type of relatability.
Absolutely, and I totally agree
Mm-hmm.
with what you say by that. Um, I found over the years that why I've become so successful in the technology field is not really because of my technical skills, although it does require me to have all of my certifications, all of my
Mm-hmm.
background and everything. Those are the things that are kind of like quote unquote mandatory for you to have.
Yeah.
But what I found most effective was the fact that I was able to communicate successfully, um, not only to my peers in the in the IT field, but also the customer, and
Yeah.
understand what the customer want and needs are, and be able to comprehend that, and then regurgitate the information back in IT terms to my team, so they can
Mm-hmm.
engage the customer in more of an IT business mindset.
Mm-hmm.
So I totally agree. I totally agree, and I thank you so much for sharing that and saying that as well.
Yeah. Thank you. No problem.
So, what are some of the exciting opportunities that someone can choose from IT?
Wow. So I've been afforded a lot of opportunities.
Okay.
I did research in school under Dr. Caldwell with robotics. Outside of school, I did HBCU South by Southwest in Austin, Texas. So I was able to be a part of 200 students and go out and meet with people like Instagram and
Mm,
Snapchat, Comcast,
okay.
Nike,
Okay.
LinkedIn.
Okay.
So just to
Okay.
name a few.
Okay.
Um,
All right.
so it was a great opportunity to do that. There's tech in everything, right? So, um, especially for Black girls, people are looking for Black girls. People are
Yes.
looking for Black boys too, but they're specifically looking for Black girls, like Black Girls Code, Grace Hopper organization. There's a lot of scholarships out there, research opportunities. Internships, paid, unpaid, co-ops. There's so many different things. Unfortunately, a lot of festivals and events have been, scaled down because of what's going on right now. But
Yeah.
I think once this is all over, it'll pick back up and it's going to be even more opportunities out there.
Absolutely. I believe that too. So what are some of the goals you have in your current position?
My goals are just to keep learning from my team and from my boss. He's very a nurturer, so he makes sure that I'm good. Um, it's just learning. That's all I can do right now. It's just soak in everything that I have in my position and hopefully work my way up higher and make sure to help other people once they come in the company. And just build on top of that. 5 years seems such a long time from now, but honestly, the way this timeline is going to be right around the corner. So yeah, that's my goal, is always learning and soaking in everything I have. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Um, so just another question. How has COVID-19 impacted you as far as your lifestyle and, your work-life balance?
Well, after I graduated, I kind of scaled down from being out and about. I was going to work, going home, but just taking those opportunities to hang out with my friends, my family. I'm very family oriented. So COVID, it hasn't changed much for me. I like binge watching. I like, staying to myself a lot of the times, but I think COVID kind of showed me to take those opportunities more to hang out with my family and my friends and cherish those moments. As far as work, still working, that hasn't changed at all. I think I have more time to better understand my job. With the time I do have now, it's not really the hustle and bustle anymore because everything has slowed down. So my work-life balance is pretty good. I don't feel like I work more than I go out more, or vice versa. So.
Okay. All right. So I got another question.
Okay.
What direction was life headed for you before realizing the opportunity to thrive in this IT technical field?
Life for me, I don't think it changed. Life for me.
What else would you be doing outside of IT? Like career.
Okay. So I'm really big into music. I really like art. So I was trying to venture out to see if I could get my singing back up again. I was I'm in the process of writing a blog. So yeah, so there's a lot of stuff outside of tech. There's life outside of tech, but just keeping my hustles, and sometimes it's just me doing my own hair and doing different hairstyles. It's those little things that count. So that would be life outside of tech. That was where my life was going. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. So last interview question before we jump into rapid fire questions.
Okay.
So how does becoming a success impact your children or legacy?
Well, no children right now, but my legacy, being successful is just being a trailblazer, making sure that success doesn't equal money or the materialistic things, but just being happy and transparent with people around you, because I'm on shoulders of ancestors and somebody's going to be on my shoulders, so it's a never ending cycle. So I want my legacy and my work to speak for itself. And whatever my children plan to do, I want to just instill in them the same thing my parents and my family did, which is hard work, prayer, being kind to one another. So that's the legacy I'm always going to stand on, and make sure that everybody else stands on that too.
Excellent. That's wonderful. Okay. So how you feel? You feel good?
Good. Yeah.
All right. Good. All right. Okay. All right.
All right. What you got for me?
All right. So we're going to jump into these rapid fire questions, okay?
Okay.
Okay. We're going to do one round, and if you want to do more, just let me know.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, but right now we're going to do the first round, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Texting or talking?
Texting.
Okay, favorite day of the week?
Friday.
Okay, favorite city in the U.S. besides the one you live in?
Austin, Texas.
I do not disagree. Nickname your parents used to call you?
So my grandparents call me Tugame. I don't know how it came up, but they call me Tugame. So that's what everybody calls me. Yep.
Okay. All right, we're
Okay.
gonna roll with it. We're gonna roll
We're
with
gonna
it.
roll it. Yeah.
Okay. Last song you downloaded?
Oh, Spotify. Jonathan McReynolds, which is a gospel artist. His whole People album.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
Would you rather be able to speak every language in the world or be able to talk to animals?
Speak every language in the world.
Okay. Favorite holiday?
Christmas.
Okay. How long does it take you to get ready?
Ooh, an hour and a half. Depending on the
Okay.
day, but hour and a half.
Okay. Scale of 1 to 10, how good of a driver are you?
6, maybe 7. 6, maybe 7.
I don't know what come up with these questions.
I'm giving myself some grace, but 6, maybe 7.
Okay. All right. Fill in the blank. Taylor Swift is?
I'm not a fan of her.
Okay. At what age do you want to retire?
65.
Okay. Invisibility or super strength?
Invisibility.
Okay. Is it wrong for a vegetarian to eat animal crackers?
No. No. Not at all.
Okay.
Look, I had animal crackers right now. No.
Okay. All right. Okay. Oh man, I'm sorry. Okay. Thanks so much for tuning in. I
Thank
had a
you.
wonderful time with you. The rapid fire questions were amazing.
Yeah, those are fun.
Thanks again, Ms. Ivy,
Thank you.
and we look forward to interviewing you again soon. If you will, just give a shout out to Big Geek real quick.
Big Geek, shout out to y'all. Y'all are amazing. Love everything that you guys do. Keep doing the good work.
Thank you. And before we leave, we want to let you know that Big Geek is a 501c3 nonprofit organization that offers tools of digital literacy to underserved communities across the globe. And stay tuned for the next episode.
All right. Bye, guys.